Hey, I'm not talking actually. It's not the sound problem. By the way, can you hear the music? No music, only your voice. Maybe it's because it's too low. Yeah, I put down a very you know chill music today. Yesterday, I think the music was a bit too aggressive. Not aggressive, but too over the top. I couldn't think while talking. That's why I've put a little light-hearted music today. भाई horror लग रहा है. Yeah, this is more like what can you say? Dystopian. Yeah, it's more like dystopian. I think minus 45 is fine. All right, so I'm gonna draw something again today. If you guys have any questions, any doubts, anything that's bothering you, feel free to write it down in the chat. I'll try to answer it from the best of my knowledge, like the way it goes. Today also I'm making some cute characters. So I'm practicing drawing daily from 1st January, but still not sure that I am on the right path. From 1st January 2024, if that's so, then if you're practicing daily and you're not sure about it, then I mean, I don't know what you really want to do, first of all. Uh, why are you practicing drawing? Right, so you need to have a goal set first. What's the role that those drawing skills gonna play in your final or in your goal, and based on that, if it's helping, then you should keep on doing it. If it's not, then it's okay. You can proceed to next skill. Then you don't have to stick to drawing. It's not the ultimate skill for everything. So to learn animation, I would suggest practice a little bit of drawing and then start making animations as well. It goes hand in hand. You just don't have to do a lot of drawing practice. You can start doing animation practice as well. Other than that, whether you're improving or not, I'm sure you'll be improving. There's no way that if you have been practicing drawing from almost a year or half a year, there's no way on earth that you're not improving, unless you're not challenging yourself. Regarding the second question that says, compositing, I to be honest, I was having a talk with my friend a few days back, and I was asking him how to do compositing myself. So I'm not really good with that. whenever it comes to compositing, I just try to stay minimal, as minimal as possible. You know, I don't know all these particle effects and all those, flashy camera effects, everything in compositing. I don't know any of that. So I just do the bare basic of stitching down the scenes and doing some color corrections if I can, and all that stuff. Other than that, I don't do a lot of things in the compositing. It's mainly just, the production thing. But yeah, compositing is a bit tricky, and I don't even use After Effects or any other software for compositing. I mainly use Blender. Yeah, I just do compositing in Blender, and that's it. And call it a day. Yeah, that Krishna's work, right? I liked it too. I mean, that was something different I was trying. So it was my first time I ever collaborated with anyone, and Arindam so happened to say yes, and we were really late on schedule. I told him 2 weeks back that we're gonna make something like this. He was on board. He's like, yeah, let's do it. And he didn't do anything for a week. And that was the week when he had, I think, holidays from college. So, and I was panicking. I was like, this dude's not doing anything. I don't know if we can even finish it on time or not. And then he started working on weekend. And no, he didn't even work on weekend. He started working on Monday, the week we were supposed to post the reel. And I'm like, shit, how it's gonna go. And I was under confidence that I will finish my part anyhow, because I had a rough animation ready. And under that confidence, I didn't work for 2 days. And on the third day, when I opened the animation, I'm like, this doesn't go with the music at all. So I had to start the entire thing from scratch. And in that process, I'm like, I spent 1 day in just making a new draft, and then spent 2 more days in polishing those drafts. That was a hell lot of a week. This week's is much more chill. I know what I'm doing. Things are properly planned. Everything's laid out. This week's reel is also gonna be nice. I really enjoy making it. I mean, I like the timings, the punchline that it delivers. It's going well so far. I mean, I had a bit of a chuckle while making it, so I hope people will be able to understand it as well. My favorite animation movie, I think it's Kung Fu Panda 1. I think that is one of my favorite animated movie. I liked it a lot. ऑडियो लाउड हो सकता है क्या? सो आर यू टॉकिंग अबाउट माई वॉइस और इज इट द म्यूजिक, द साउंड ऑफ माई PC? My voice? That's weird. Oh, one saying voice, another saying it's fine. The settings are same like yesterday. I haven't changed anything in the settings, and to be honest, my audio is like to the maximum. I can't increase it beyond this. Maybe my mic placement or something, or I can just get closer to the mic if that works. Not gonna do that. Yeah, so I just read somebody wrote down, you're underrated. I know, right? I know. I feel that too. I need more exposure. But it's the way things work. I think it's really weird, it's really weird what you can do and what people will like. It's a little difficult to understand what works, what doesn't. And again, today itself I was having this conversation with another one of my friend, that skill doesn't mean that you will get what you want in terms of money and success. So skill is totally different compared when it comes to earning money or getting fame or getting famous. Just because you're good at, let's say, making animations, doesn't mean that you will earn a lot of money out of the animation. To earn a lot of money from the animation, you need to have a skill of making money from the animation, not getting good at animation. It's different things. And this is one of the stuff that a lot of people fail to understand. I had a student who was so stoked into making good quality digital paintings that he was under impression that he's gonna just brush up his skills so much that companies or people will come to him and they will hire him for the good work that he's doing and stuff like that. Uh, but things were not working according to him, and I told him that what you are good at is making drawings, but you are not good at making money or talking to clients or getting the projects to you. And he was in utter disbelief that this is not how world works. But that's the truth, that if you want to earn money or if you want to have a lot of clients, you need to have the skill to get a lot of clients. You don't need the skill to make do good quality drawings. That is a different skill altogether. And then if you want to have a skill where you make money from your animations or from your drawings, then that's a new skill that you'll have to learn along with improving yourself in the drawings or in the digital painting section. So it's all this underrated stuff and things like that. We went on a different tangent, but when I say I'm underrated, it's because there is a heavy role that I have played in my own position where I'm at right now. I think I started all this social media stuff in 2013, but I never took it seriously and never paid attention to it. If I would have continued that social media thing back from 2013, then I would have been in a decent position by now. But because I wasn't serious about it and I was under the impression that if I keep improving myself, everything just works out, it's not true. You'll have to get out and do stuff that will make you famous. You'll just not get famous by learning to draw, learning to animate. Dropped a facts bomb right there. I missed so many questions. You guys are typing a bit too much. it's difficult to keep up. I want you to go viral. One day, nobody can stop us. It's just a matter of time. I'm here, working every day, doing stuff that I want to do to reach the target where I want to be. And you guys are here. Internet is here, Instagram is here, YouTube is here, so nobody's going anywhere. So it's just a matter of time that I'll reach where I want to be. You just have to be patient and believe in yourself. Simple stuff, really simple stuff. Where am I from? I'm from Indore. I live in Indore, Madhya Pradesh. It's at the center of India. So please show us example how you make 3D to 2D. That is a bit difficult to show it on the stream, and it's gonna take a considerable amount of time as well. I mean, I'll have to open up the Blender files, then I have to relocate the textures, stuff like that. Because I work in a cloud directory first, and then I move it to my local PC. So I'll have to relocate all the textures, and it's gonna be a huge lot of work. Definitely, it's gonna eat up all my hours that I want to spend on this practice session. That's why I'll make a different video altogether for it. Maybe this Saturday or something I can make a special live stream where I'll just explain that 2D 3D thing. Nothing special. That on that day I'll not do anything extra. I'll not sketch. Somebody wrote down deep voice. So there's a fun fact. There's a very funny story behind it. When I was a kid, my voice was like really thin, if that's the word. I think I can say thin. I don't know, but I had a very high pitch voice, same like a little girl. So one day my father's friend called on a phone, and I picked up, and he was like. He's asking for my father, and I replied that he's not home. So he's like, "आप उनकी बेटी बोल रही हैं?" And I embarrassedly I had to say that no, I'm his son, and he made fun of me. He's like, "अरे क्या लड़की जैसी आवाज़." I was like, what a dick. Like, imagine saying a kid like that, and I would never imagine. I can never do that. You have to be special kind of dick to say that. And that, I mean, that hit me hard, so much so I still remember it. But after that, I deliberately started, speaking like a man. And maybe when I hit puberty, something changed, or I don't know. Maybe at that time I tried a bit too hard. So all of a sudden my voice went really deep, and I'm like, what the hell? What just happened? And so much so that it went out of my control. That's the story, and now I have to live with this voice. Although sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't, but that's the voice, You gotta live with it now. You can't do anything. But yeah, don't be dick to little children out there. They are a bit too innocent for our harsh jokes. The hat's not coming out right. This thing's not coming out right. Let's join, but I was wondering, animation studio, like working to get jobs of animation studio or opening in studio, things completely different. Yeah, so my goal is to actually make a lot of stuff. For example, make movies, make short films, make video games. There's a huge list that I want to do, and I gotta take it slowly. I can do only one thing at a time. Opening a studio is definitely a part of the process, because all this stuff cannot be done just by hiring people from other production houses. So I'll have to have a studio. Matter of fact, I had a studio. That's why the name Studio LKY. But then everybody left. So I'm like, I just gotta do it alone now. So then I started doing it alone, and I'm managing pretty decently now. It's not like I'm in need of people right now, and somehow I enjoy this working alone thing for now. I might hire some people in near future. I think I would, if I have to start hiring immediately, I would require a digital painting artist who can paint environments, backgrounds, stuff like that. So that's gonna be the first priority. The second, I would like to hire a 3D animator, but I'm not hiring them right now because I don't have a certain process laid out for all of this stuff. So if I hire them a bit too soon, it may so happen that they will just end up sitting without any work. So I'll have to figure out all this work thing first before starting to hire people. This is fine. What to practice in drawing for 2D animation? That depends. So if you if you're animating, let's say, environments or sceneries or stuff like that, then there's no point in practicing human anatomy. Even if you're doing like FX, then you should focus on drawing volumes and stuff rather than anything else. So I have a friend who's 2D FX animator, and he doesn't require a knowledge of anatomy drawings at all, and he's even doing a job in a company, and you know he never ran into this problem of animating human figures. So it depends on what you want to train yourself for. If you want to do character animation, then human anatomy is a must. There is no escape from it. But if you want to animate FX or anything else, then there are different ways to do it. And the bag is ready. So this is the rough sketch. I think it's looking okay. There's certain problem here. I think I'll have to complete this in 2 live streams. I don't think I can complete it today because I already exhausted 15-20 minutes in this. But can you suggest me how can I learn these things? Which things did I forget anything else? Mention. I must have missed something. How you manage your practice like anatomy, etc. with animation work? Yeah, like I'm doing it right now. Just dedicate a certain time of your day for your practice sessions, and you're good to go. If you want to do it too, you can join me every day from 10:30 to 11:30, or maybe I think I'll change the timing from 10:15 to 11:15. So you can join me, and every day you can practice for an hour, and soon enough you will start seeing the difference in your skills. It's very simple. What is your age? My age is 36 years. I'm 36 years old. I'm gonna turn 37 by this October. Yeah, so yeah, I'm beyond that midlife crisis thing. I have gone through that stage and it doesn't bother me anymore. But every time I remember my age or recall my age, I feel a bit pinch in my heart that I may have missed a lot of things uh, while growing up. Mostly, doing the hard work kind of stuff, not like those other things like roaming around and all that stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. I have a habit of living in constant guilt. I don't know why, but I keep doing that. Yeah, this is coming out nice now. Need a few pockets here. By the way, again, this is a study. I'm not drawing it from scratch. It's not my own imagination. I took a reference on Pinterest and I'm doing that study. I soon wanna start drawing my own characters, but I'm lacking the inspiration right now. So just to keep going these practice sessions, I'm at least doing studies instead of making something of my own. Where can I learn 3D and 2D like you? So to be honest, I don't know, because I never took any classes or anything, and most of the time it's just like something I want to do and I figure out the way to do it. So it's like troubleshooting, I think that's the skill you might be looking for. So let's say, I'll just give you an example. uh, let's say you want to make a animation on Diwali, right? So Diwali is an upcoming festival, and you want to do something for the Diwali, and you have an idea. Let's say, Sri Ram returned to Ayodhya, and everybody's dropping flowers, and they have that path set for him to go to his kingdom. People are washing his feet and bowing down to him. People lighting up diyas in their home. So stuff like that. You want to show that for 30 seconds. Now you already have the vision, and how do you do that? What do you know right now? So let's say you know motion graphics. So can you make that happen through motion graphics? And you're like, yeah, I can, because I know those, the things how to do it. So you start doing that project, and while doing the project, maybe you'll run into some sort of technical difficulty or some sort of problem. Let's say you want to have a shot where the camera rotates on the top of diya, and then it shows the umbrella or the cover on the top of chariot. So there's a transition, and you're like, ah, shit, how do I do that? Don't know anything about it. So you start researching, you start going to online videos and stuff like that, plugins or whatever, and finally you figure out. So that's the learning right there, right? So you made the project, and along with that you learned a new thing of how to make that kind of transition. Maybe you learned a new tool or something, right? So that's how my entire learning has happened. All the time I'm just working on something, some project or something. I never trained myself for a particular skill. Most of the times I just made projects, and whatever I had to do to make that happen, I learned that. So sometimes I need a 360-degree camera for my shot, and I don't know how to do it. So the obvious answer is maybe make 3D environments. So then I have to learn 3D and make environments into it. then learn texturing, then learn camera animation. Uh, doing that, I learned everything. I don't have a particular course or a channel name or anything where you can learn this from. Maybe you can learn this from Studio LKY, but they don't have any videos. I'll soon make them. They are coming, but it might take some time. Anyways, we have these live streams. I think this is at least a decent option for the time being, where I can at least answer your questions. And in some of the live streams, I'll just start teaching like some particular examples. One of the thing I was thinking of, one of the idea I have just got right now is how to make the 2D to 3D thing in Blender, right? Sorry, 3D to 2D. So that I can do this Saturday. What date we have this Saturday? 31st, right? Yeah, I think I can do that. So I can have a night stream, or maybe I can stream in the afternoon, maybe around 1 to 2 p.m. There I can teach you guys how to make that 2D look in Blender using 3D objects. It will cover that grease pencil, line art modifier, and some texturing and stuff. So making models in such a way that they give more of a 2D feel rather than 3D. And so that way I can have these live streams, help you guys in a way where I can teach you. I think that should work. And soon enough, once this thing keep on working and I'll find myself some room to do other stuff, then I'll start making these dedicated courses where you have this you have these courses from start to end, where you're learning how to do 3D animation, or how to do 2D, or how to make an entire animation all by yourself, from pre-production, storyboarding to the final thing. So I can make courses like that, because anyways I'll have to figure out a way to make money out of it. If I keep this going on for too long, it's gonna hurt myself in the long run. So I can't do it for a longer period of time without making money. Keep flipping your drawings. This is very important. You need to keep flipping your drawings whenever you draw. Don't just draw it from one single angle. How long have you been doing 2D animation? I think it's 10 years now. I started in 2013, where I made my first animation, and from there I just loved that. I just love this feel of animating something and bringing it to life. It's a really nice nice medium of telling your stories that you have inside your head. Midlife crisis nowhere. So you don't know me. I've gone through a lot of shit. Someday maybe I'll just today I am not in a mood, but maybe someday I'll have you guys listen to my past history in one of those stream sessions. It will be like those what do we call that, story time sessions. Yeah. This is looking good now. A few things that I need to correct is I think the this area, this is a bit too random. Of course, nobody knows my past history. I haven't told anyone. That's why. And not everything is for the telling, you know. You'll have to have some secrets for yourself. You let all those secrets out, and your life's gonna be a living nightmare. So always have some secrets that you just keep it for yourself. Also, that will make you a little bit more interesting as a person. So here the jacket splits up a bit like this. Yeah. I think of, I may have missed something. I think Olaf Storm channel is good for 3D. Oh, he's really good. He's really good. Olaf. So, can I bring up his channel? No, I don't think so. I'm just sharing Clip Studio Paint. But yeah, so I don't know his full name, but his name is Olaf, and I think he was making one of his short film. I think he's still working on it, and he's the kind of guy who focuses quality more than speed or anything else. So he has a couple of good videos where he even does hand-on animation. Sometimes he does rotoscopy, sometimes he's making 3D environments. So he's the kind of guy you might follow to learn both 3D and 2D concepts. He's really good at what he does actually. And I used to be jealous of him few months, maybe last year I think, because I was seeing him work and I'm like, shit, this guy is getting so many views and I'm not getting anything. But that jealousy just vanished over the time. Behind the scenes, right? So the deal with not making behind the scenes as of now is it's a bit challenging to record and finish everything in a week time. I can't think of a workflow where what I have to do to make a video out of my current animation. So let's say I'm making an animation on gym for this weekend, and I don't know what part should I record, what part should I not record, and what would make an interesting video. You know what I mean? So I'm in that constant dilemma of what can go into the tutorial and what cannot. Since I don't know that and I can't think that while working on a project, it's very difficult to record it and later make a video out of it. That's why I think it's maybe it will start happening once I have a proper pipeline set for my production. Maybe then it will be easier. other than that, I think dedicated courses is a way to go. That can help a lot of people. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this kid's looking cute. I think that cuteness task is accomplished. Like I can focus on finishing it. You know what? I'll tell you something. This artwork that I'm referring to, this artwork is generated by AI, 100%. AI is so good at making these kind of arts. And definitely AI has stolen a lot of jobs. I have lost a couple of projects because of AI, so I can definitely tell that other people must have lost a few jobs as well just because of AI. And I don't think we have to blame AI for that because it's not AI who's doing everything, and it's not a machine that's controlling all that stuff. It's human that are exploiting AI. So ultimately, it's our responsibility to use the tool in ethical way. It has a these machine learning, these computers, this algorithm has nothing to do with that. Humans have a weird history of being stupid and do stupid thing to themselves until they pay the price. But anyways, I'm thinking, please provide us behind the scene. I'm thinking about starting my own animation account on Instagram. What is your tips? So if you want to make your own Instagram account, I'll tell you a cheat code, and that is make a lot of animation on gods or artworks on gods. That's literally a cheat code. I didn't know about it, but now I know, and holy shit! So I was under impression that maybe people have gone away from gods now because so many years no god has appeared on earth, and all we are doing is just hearing stories from our ancestors. And how long can this go? How long can you keep on believing on those stories, and how long can you can you feel content by just hearing stories or stories uh, and talks from your elderly people? Like, how long can this go on? So I was under impression that my generation, the current generation which I am living, most of the people have lost their faith in gods, and I think they start to think that they are on their own. And when I started making animation, I'm like, holy shit, there's so many people, they still believe in god, and they still have their hopes up high. And nothing against it, it's a wonderful thing to have your own beliefs, and have their own faith going on. All in for that. But I didn't know. I was under assumption that maybe people stopped believing because the friends around me, the people I knew, they were barely into gods, and they were they're kind of a non-believer now. So, and not only those friends, even a few of my friends who are non-believers, even when they see something God related, especially Hindu mythology, all that stuff, they are like super hyped up. So even if you are a atheist, let's say, you'll still get hyped by seeing content based on gods because it is rooted in our blood. We have heard it from childhood, and it's not going away for sure. India is a land of culture, so and the god and religion is here to stay. So if you are making Instagram account, you can use that cheat code. People love that. If you do like a good quality work that respects their beliefs, you have to do it in a respectful way as well. You have to make sure of that, because it can go south really quick. People can get offended. It's a territory where people are attached to gods a lot, and if you hurt their sentiments, they'll come for you. So you'll have to be careful. And it's not just that you have to live in fear. If somebody is respecting something, right, or if somebody is has faith for something, why go in the opposite direction and try to ruin it for them? Nobody is coming to you and ruining your faith in something, or you ruining your love for someone. So why try to do that? I've seen a lot of people who make these kind of insultful content on gods or different religions. You don't have to do that. If you do it in a respectful way and your content is appreciated, then it's easier to reach out. And one of the reason is because all these deities, all these gods, they already have their stories told to us. They have their character set. Everything is there for you. It's a public domain. So it's easier for people to relate to what you are doing if it's based on gods. But let's say the character that I'm working on. So I want this girl to be as famous as Lord Krishna. The amount of work I'll have to put, the amount of years or decades I'll have to put into this character just to make it familiar to an entire country is immeasurable, right? And so I think you get my point, that if you make something that is totally unrelatable and you want people to enjoy it, you'll have to work a lot. You'll have to constantly feed that to people over and over again until they start getting connected with that character, and that takes a lot of time, effort, and skills. And that's why you don't see a lot of those kind of content out there. It's difficult for everyone. But when you make something on gods, and you have seen them, you have heard stories of them, so you already have a vision of them, and you see a different perspective, you kind of enjoy it. You're like, oh shit, it looks good. Yeah, so that's a shortcut that you can use. But yeah, that's all about. That's not even a tip. I just gave you a mantra. Why am I not going with Hindi? So Hindi I can speak, right? I can मतलब हिंदी में बात कर सकते हैं, ऐसा कोई इशू नहीं है. बट नेचुरली ऐसे इंग्लिश निकल जाती है. सो व्हाट्स द प्रॉब्लम? अभी जो लैंग्वेज आ रही है उसको बोल देते हैं. इट्स देयर इज नथिंग अगेंस्ट हिंदी की हिंदी में बात नहीं करना है, बट इंग्लिश जस्ट कम्स आउट नेचुरली. There are different reasons for that, but yeah, whatever, it's like whatever I'm comfortable with, I just start speaking in that language. I just noticed I missed eyebrows for this character. What is your earning source? Yeah, my earning source is. I think I covered it yesterday. I'm working for freelance for a client as well. I'm doing freelance, but only 2 hours a day. So that gives me a decent chunk of change to keep me going. And I had some savings from my last 3 years of freelance work. So those savings are helping me a bit for now, but they can only last for so long. So that's why I'll have to start figuring out how to make money out of all this, uh, you know, these contraptions that I'm doing. I'll have to think about it soon. One of the way I'm thinking of making money is by selling merchandise, uh, or these figurines, stuff like that. I I think that can work, but I still have to get some time to actually experiment it. Hey, it's coming out. Well, were you bad boy? In my childhood, I was a mischievous kid as well. Yeah, you can say that. But I got bullied a lot for a lot of things. So yeah, but I don't think I should cover it today. Bullying is something that I explicitly faced a, faced a lot in my school or college lifetime. Not anymore though, not anymore. And nobody got balls big enough to bully me now. Yeah, so yeah, I think I can start line art now. This is good enough. I'm going to be 20 next month. My advice for future: I want to make career in animation. Which kind of animation, Pratham? Actually, I'm not. I'm not sure the kind of animation, which medium of animation, like 2D, 3D, stop motion. So because of that, it a lot of things changes. But in general, I would advise you to, if you are going to get a job, do whatever your manager says or whatever your boss says. Don't get attached to your work. Remember, it's always the client's work, it's not your work. Right? Whatever you do, you're doing it for the client. Ultimately, it's going to them. It's like if you're a potter and you made a pot and you sold it to somebody, now the pot belongs to them, it's not yours anymore, even though you worked 20 hours on making that pot. But it's now theirs. They can even throw it, they can decorate it, it's up to them. Right? So don't get attached to that. If you want to get attached to your work, then do your own instead of doing a job. I mean, do your job, but along with it, you make your own content, you make your own stuff that you really like, and get attached to that instead of getting attached to client work. I think that should help you. Where do I draw inspiration from my drawings? For this one, I'm just looking at I'm looking at an image. So this is a study. For rest of the things, I get whenever I get an idea, I write it down. So that's the inspiration that I can use later. What's more easy, 2D or 3D? Nothing. None of them is easy, and none of them is too difficult if you want to do them. So 3D has its own pitfalls, 2D has its own. If, when you're doing 2D, you'll have to do a lot of drawings. You'll have to be good with strokes, volumes, shading, coloring. When you're doing 3D, it's a bit technical, so you'll have to be good with those kind of technical stuff. Modeling, lighting, texturing, colors again. So it's both are difficult in their own ways. None is easy. Is it possible to overcome AI at any level? Yeah, 100%. AI is just a tool for now. For now, even in the future, it's all right. So it's gonna take away your job. That's for sure. It's not like people. So check this out. This drawing right here. This is done by AI, and if you can't draw like this, obviously your client's gonna go to that AI, write down a prompt, and generate an image. So it's a lot easier for them to just get a result. And what did they pay? Nothing. They have it installed locally in their system, and they can just run it hundred of times. Where you're charging them for every single drawing that you make. Maybe $10, $20, $30, let's say. Here they are just generating it for free. So obviously, AI is gonna take up your painting job or digital artwork job. But that doesn't mean that that's the end of everything. Because remember when I don't know if you guys remember, but back when Photoshop came into the market, or all these Adobe software came into the market, there was a big drama around them that these are gonna replace traditional artists, like for good. Like no traditional artists will be required after these softwares, and that has happened. Yes, of course. You don't see a lot of traditional artists in the industry, but I have seen some of the traditional artists who are making a shit ton of money. They are doing pretty decent for themselves, and the reason they are doing decent for themselves is because they are no more the market of these traditional artists is very small now. There are not a lot of people who are into traditional art anymore, like these drawing on paper or stuff like that, canvas drawings, oil painting. So those who are still doing it, it's easier for them to capture the market. But those who are not doing traditional drawings, they still find the job, by learning Photoshop and stuff like that. So even though AI is going to replace you, if you still want to make your career out of your current skill, you will figure out a way. Yeah. And it's a huge industry, so people will eventually figure out way to get jobs, to do something for their livelihood. So if you just want to go with the flow, then whatever everyone does, you do the same thing, and you'll be safe. So more about this AI thing. I was into a general store and I was buying a notebook, and I saw a notebook where the cover was like really interesting digital painting. And when I went closer and I looked into that drawing, so it was AI generated. I could see the kind of strokes and everything. And that's where I saw the impact, because those kind of notebooks were lying there in quantities of hundreds. So previously that client had to pay some artist to make those drawings. Now that client made like hundreds of different notebook covers by using some prompts. So for client it's easier for them to get things done, because previously they had to pay thousands of dollars to to freelancers to get those drawings done. So it's easier for them, not so good for freelancers though. Right, so yeah, it is impacting for sure, but we'll figure out ways. We always have. That's why we survive. And when I go to this Instagram and I go to people profile, something is really interesting about. Um, so so this whole entertainment market works on what's interesting, right? What's new, what's catchy, what's flashy. So showing off your skills is a part of that entertainment as well. So most of the times when you watch a movie and you see a shot and you start wondering that how director did that. That's a part of entertainment. So the same way, if you are really good at something, let's say even though digital painting is being replaced by AI, but you still discovered your own style, which is like very unique. So people will come to you just to know that how you're doing that kind of style. That looks interesting. So you just have to believe in yourself and keep doing what you're doing. There will always be hurdles. If not AI, something else. I don't believe in God, so any genuine tips? So you don't believe in God, then figure out something else, and figure out what you love, figure out what you want to do. You don't have to make that content. I mean, that's not a necessity for you. Do something what you really like to do. For example, if I wasn't doing these cute characters, I was making fight scenes. That's for sure. So that way you'll be having your priorities as well. If not this, then what? So do that. What have I been doing? So Jasprit asked, kindly recommend some course. Again, I think I told it before, but I don't know any courses as of now. I don't know what to recommend, to be honest. Yeah, we don't have animated movies because it's a risky zone. People don't. Maybe what if you put hundreds of crores in a movie and nobody watches it? So Bollywood is just going with the flow, what's already working. And it's understandable if you have industry like Bollywood, let's say. You already imagine the kind of stakes that go in there to keep that industry running. So a couple of animated flops and whole industry will start to shake. So they and these directors, whoever making those movies as well, they need money too. They have their career ahead of themselves. So if they make a couple of flop animated movies, their career is gone anyways. So it's a risky zone. That's why nobody's stepping into it. Also, I believe it's a lot difficult to get funding out of these for animated movies also. I don't think it's that easier. Oh shit, it's already 11:30. What the hell? I didn't keep track of time. So I think I'll just answer all the remaining questions. Animated movies, how does take an average? How does one animation? My animation takes around a week to finish, around 5 days to finish one animation. By heavy investment and character build up, yeah, I know merchandise is a risky zone, but I wanna do it. I wanna try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. At least I'll have the saying that I tried it. I didn't chicken out of the thing just because I was scared. I'll do it anyways. Hello, Anki. I'm about to end the stream, so hi. Anyways, it's great to see you so much in Instagram. Keep going. Hey, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, man. Modern day James. I don't remember, but if you guys know, then yeah, do check him out. Yeah, 100%. We are doing collabs. All you guys have to do is just good at what you do, and we are doing collabs for sure, left and right. Nobody's stopping you. All right, guys. So thanks for being here. It's been a pleasure and an honor. And I think I'm gonna finish this drawing tomorrow now. So I'll see you guys again tomorrow, 10:15 p.m. Bye.